Hey everybody, welcome to Lesser Saints of Discord. It's a show. I'm back. Took a week off. It was my mom's birthday and retirement party.
Hey, see, we told everybody that you were dead, so...
Oh. Then Jabel's Christ has risen. I'm back.
It takes him 7 days instead of 3, because he gets a little drunk.
Well, no, I was back in 3. I just, the show isn't until Friday.
A likely story.
Yeah. So I was hanging out, yeah.
So, how was things with the Mama Jables?
Oh, it was fun. Most of the weekend just spent, hanging out in the backyard, drinking beers, smoking cigarettes, playing horseshoes.
Sounds swell enough.
Yeah. Yeah, Sunday was the big party day. My dad made ribs, which were great, as always. Bunch of my parents' friends came by, and it was cringy as usual.
Well, what part of your life isn't cringy?
A lot of my life isn't that cringy. Hey, Liz.
Notice he said that cringy. Hi, Liz.
Hello.
Long time no see.
Yeah.
Hope all is going well.
Yeah, there was a trio of birthdays last week.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, my son is now officially 2.
So is my nephew.
Happy birthdays.
Yep, we went to the Indianapolis Zoo with him for a bit.
Cool.
Fortunately, we got out of there before it started raining because my grandma, she couldn't make it overly long without the foods.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my feet were killing me by the time we got out of the dolphin enclosure. Just like, oh god, kill me.
Yeah. Oh, one thing that happened on Sunday, me and my parents' friends were all there because they all work for the Department of Corrections.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just sitting, shooting the shit, and one guy gets a little edgy with his jokes. Well, just a little bit. It's like really surface level edgy. And
it's what we would call the safe zone.
Yeah. Yeah, and somebody that was next to him was just like, oh, we're definitely not PC around here. And then I just start laughing because I'm wearing a Legion of Skanks hat. Not to mention, just a week earlier, I was talking about a bit where I say as many slurs as I can in 30 seconds and see how many I can get.
You said you were gonna you said you were gonna see how many I could count.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I'm just sitting there laughing to myself. I was like, you guys don't know what edgy is. You don't know what non-PC is. You know.
You don't know what it means to be a Jables.
You don't know what I'm capable of. You don't know my power.
This is what it is to go even further beyond.
Yeah.
You don't know what it's like to be a shitlord.
You don't know what it's like to be the sad man.
Oh. I definitely know what that's like. Anywho.
I've never been sad a day in my life.
Right.
Yeah, if you believe that, I've got some land in Alaska to sell you.
Yeah, what's it? That George Strait song, Oceanfront Property. Got
Oh,
oceanfront property in Arizona. If you buy that, I'll throw the Golden Gate in free.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Golden Gate, I need to get that liquid again.
Hmm.
The investment, not the bridge. Although the bridge being liquid would kind of be funny. For a short time.
Man, they can get kind of bouncy.
It's all right. I got nothing. I thought I had something. Nothing.
That's what you are, Jables. A big nothing.
Hey.
So, yeah. We didn't do a whole lot last week. Well,
Talk shit. we shot
yeah,
the shit.
mainly. I bitched about. Well, I didn't really bitch about it, but like I kind of talked about the whole XQC and Ethan situation for a bit,
Oh yeah.
which has been really fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I know a lot about that. I've been following it pretty hard.
Oh yeah, I watched Ethap cover the entire stream between those two.
Oh, I watched Destiny cover the entire stream between them, and then XQC popped into Destiny's stream right after it and talked to
like
Destiny about it.
You know, like Ethan, like he didn't like. There were a few points that he made were just like, that wasn't a good point to make. But for the most part, he completely humiliated that fucking moron.
This is the only scenario where Ethan actually is smart on something. This is it.
Yeah.
Like, this is the only time in the last 2 or 3 years where I've heard Ethan make arguments and points that I didn't just want to call him a flat-out idiot for. Like,
Well, I mean, like when you're dealing with somebody like XQC who is like, there is nothing good I can say about this individual.
mhm.
Arrogant, obnoxious, poorly educated.
Yeah. Here's the thing that XQC is a fucking idiot because his whole stance on the thing is if the creator reaches out to him and they like want payment, they want like some sort of compensation, he's willing to give them all of the revenue if they just reach out. Didn't mention it during that conversation with Ethan. He could have just won just with that one sentence.
Yeah, except he fucking lied about that.
Did he?
Mm-hmm. Because the one guy that Ethan like pointed out's like, you know, this guy was unhappy and said that you stole his work. He went on Twitter and fucking blasted that dude later.
Okay.
Called him a little bitch.
All right. Yeah. Fuck XQC.
You know, like that whole, you know, like, I'll play 10 times. It's like, shut the fuck up. You never had an intention to do that. I said the main thing that Ethan accomplished is that he got intent.
Yeah.
That's what he proved. Is that it's like why does he do it? Because he doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He does it because he fucking wants to and because he knows it'll make him money.
Well, Ethan's biggest problem also was mostly the YouTube upload. He didn't give a fuck about like reacting on stream. It's the YouTube upload that he had an issue with.
And I also like the fact that like this has gotten Hassan to completely turn on XQC, which that wasn't surprising. Because Hassan has no principles either.
It got Ethan to call out Hassan.
It was so good. Like Hassan is insufferable, but like watching him squirm is pretty satisfying.
Yeah, it's like some people were like telling Hassan what the problems were, like when he walks away to make food and he's gone for like 20 or 30 minutes.
Oh yeah, and just like
and then Hassan's response to that was like, "What do you want me to do? Die?" It's like,
yeah.
no, put on a "Be Right Back" screen, something.
I know, like what he did while he was talking to Ethan about that. He didn't mention him by name, or he didn't mention them by name, but he brought up Jay basically.
Yeah.
And basically said, like that Jay to this day is like still making videos like, about it and like clout Jason is like, you lying fucking snake. Jay made exactly one dedicated video on their channel and like 2 streams. And that was it.
Yeah. Also, Hassan, if you have to walk away, there's a bunch of compilations of your best moments. Play that while you're gone.
Yeah, like play that play that clip of that one dude who predicted you so well that when you unpause the video, it's just like, thank you for unpausing, Hassan.
Yeah.
that was so
hilarious.
beautiful.
That guy, I wanna give that guy a hug.
I can't watch that clip enough. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, like Ethan, like I said, you were good about this whole thing, but like you're still shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, points where they're due, but like your co-host is Hassan, who is just as bad as XQC,
if not worse.
Yeah, I think Ethan started to realize that as he was talking about it.
Like he's the same kind of disingenuous thieving fuck.
Yeah. And I'll be clear, I don't mind people having like lackluster reactions during live streams. Be there.
It happens.
Yeah. Just be there, and if you don't have much to react, don't upload it to YouTube as well. Like,
or like if you actually had integrity,
you're streaming for 8 hours a day. I understand. Sometimes you just end up watching something, and that's fine. It's a stream. Just don't have it included as a VOD or uploaded as a segment on your YouTube channel.
Or like if you had some integrity, like if you start watching something and you realize that you haven't said anything or that you don't have anything to say, watch something else. Tell people where they can find the video and stop watching it.
Yeah, Asmongold does that a lot. He'll be like, I don't have much to say on this, but here's a link to the video if you guys want to watch it. And then he moves on. Like,
perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah, then you have people like Relevant who are just like, like, you fucking YouTubers are just here to entertain my audience when I have nothing else to say.
I think he's just being an edgy boy.
But all this, like, fucking full mask off shit there.
The sentiment, though, is there.
Yeah.
Oh no, Bobo's waking up.
Oh no.
He went to bed. He went down for his nap at like 2, and it's almost 5 now, so it's about time for him to get up. I
also,
may have to dip off briefly.
That's fine. Did you see that shit where after the thing he had with Ethan, like XQC is like texting him at like almost 4 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that was wild.
Like sending him pictures of his watch.
Yeah, I'm richer than you, all that shit. Yeah.
It's like my watch is worth more than your house, bro. It's like, dude, Ethan has a mansion in Beverly Hills.
Yeah, Ethan's doing okay.
It's like, you're an idiot. I mean, that was apparent, but...
Yeah, Ethan likes to dress like a hobo.
Also, if you spend $450,000 on a watch, you're an idiot.
Not
You
wrong.
have
Not
more money
necessarily.
than brains.
A lot of watches don't go down in value. They only go up because there's only a certain amount of them.
I ain't paying $450,000 for a fucking watch.
Oh, me neither. If I was super rich, I'd be wearing the same gray shorts and black t-shirt and Leech and a skates hat.
If I was
It's
super
like-
rich, I might have slightly better work clothes. That's about it.
Yeah.
You know, like, for me, like
I would-
$450,000, that's retirement.
I would own a house. Maybe get one with a pool because I like pools. That's about it. And it'd be a small house. Nothing crazy. And then I would just have all the money to like. I want to spend a week in New York checking out comedy clubs because that's where all my favorite comedians are. And then I'd use money to pay for that. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had the money, I'd probably buy a bunch of land and then see about renting a fair amount of it out for farming.
Yeah.
Because it'd still be my property.
Also, just the whole thing of XQC calling Ethan bald.
Oh, that's a Twitch streamer thing. You're balding, you're malding.
Well, I said, you know, like, I understand the malding thing, but it's like that one has some logic to it. But it's like when you're just straight up calling someone bald and they clearly have hair, it's just like, how does this work as an insult?
They're talking
Yeah,
about
he's
his
got that-
pubes.
If anything, like they showed on ETHAP, like some screenshots. Ethan's hairline is better than yours, dude.
Yeah.
Good thing you wear your hair so long to hide the fact that it's fucking receding.
Yeah. I have a better hairline than XQC. I'm also not.
I have a better hairline than XQC.
You know, like,
Nah, you're. Getting, I don't know, man. Well,
I do.
technically, because you were born with that hairline.
Yep.
Technically, you do.
Well, it's
But-
better than XQC even without accounting for that. It looks fucked up as hell. It's still better than XQC.
Yeah. Hey, cats.
you know,
Cats!
I may be unemployed and moving closer and closer to being completely broke, but at least I'm not an absolute fucking clown scumfuck like XQC.
Well,
Alright, I gotta go get the kiddo. He's up and about. I will be
Yeah.
back.
He is the epitome, prime example of that. You like talent is not required to be rich in this life.
hmm
If anything, he's proved, like he said himself, you know, like that. If he goes away, like somebody that would replace him, it's like, yeah, I believe that because your chat fucking hates you.
Cats. He's talking about XQC. I'm just getting I'm getting my
It's
2
like-
cents in since I wasn't here last week.
It's like you may as well not even be there because every time you pause, they get pissed at you and tell you to unpause the video.
Twitch streamer, now Kick streamer. One of the largest streamers, actually. Oddly enough. I can hardly understand what he's saying, so it's not worth it. for
Well,
me
he's
to
a-
watch any of his streams.
He's French Canadian.
Yeah. Which Canadian's bad enough, but French and Canadian?
Yeah. He's a poorly educated moron who lucked into becoming a millionaire.
Yeah. So,
Multi-millionaire. Fucking Kick gave that fucking loser a $100 million deal.
yeah. Which, on one hand, good move. Let's get some big streamers over here. They're trying to migrate audiences. They don't give a fuck about the streamers. I will say that.
Yeah. I think that's enough of a recap on that, though.
Yeah. You want to talk about Bradley Cooper doing Jew face?
Oh, fuck.
What?
Nothing. That's the way to put it.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for the
Boy,
bits.
bits. Got 3 bits.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll buy cats.
Oh, going to sleep? All right. Have a good one. Sweet dreams.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah. Yeah, so Bradley Cooper allegedly wears a prosthetic nose in this new movie Maestro.
Hmm. I mean, that's not a new thing.
Yeah. I know. He's playing a character.
Yeah. Fucking.
The character had a nose that was kind of large. He's
Yep.
not playing a Jew. He's playing a specific Jew. So he got his nose slightly enlarged with prosthetics.
Ian McKellen had a nose
All my
prosthetic
comments are
in-
currently censored.
Huh?
Okay.
What was that? Yeah, maybe I should have waited for the actual Jew here to be included in this conversation.
But what I was saying is that, Ian McKellen, like, he had a nose prosthetic playing Gandalf. In addition to all the other makeup that had to be done.
Yeah. Yeah, but apparently a lot of people are pissed off because
Well, a lot of people are fucking stupid.
it's a stereotype
People can't-
of the big-nosed Jew. Have you seen Ari Shafir? He is a walking Jew propaganda poster.
And I mean, it's the same shit as the trans man or whatever you want to call it that ScarJo was playing.
Mm-hmm.
That movie just got completely canceled, and I don't even know if it ever even got remotely released because people complained that it wasn't actually being acted by a trans man.
Also, Bradley Cooper co-wrote, produced, and directed this. Obviously, like, some sort of passion project for him. Like, he wants to tell this guy's story.
Turns out it's his great-grandfather.
Here's the kicker. He's been in contact with the family the entire time and like, hey, is this okay? I'm going to portray it like this and that. And the family's totally cool with it.
Stop getting offended because someone might get offended.
Yeah, but don't call us out for needlessly race swapping characters, because then you're a monster.
They were talking about that on the Snark Tank. recently
Mm-hmm.
with Chris Ray Gun, Tom Sweeney, and Derek Blackman. Hollywood keeps race swapping gingers more than any other type
Oh,
of
yeah.
character, it seems like.
Yeah, they fucking hate redheads.
Yeah, you ever heard the phrase redheaded stepchild?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, the
Hollywood
common
loves
phrase,
beating the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, I'll beat you like a redheaded stepchild came out of my parents' mouths a lot.
Yeah, I've heard it before.
Yeah, my parents never said anything like that.
I never got beat. It just kind of made things funny, and then I loosened up.
Of course, I have some Irish in my family history, so that might have been where it came from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got red facial hair, so...
Yeah, it's just like...
I'm a black ginger Jew.
Things are only getting worse for that newest Disney remake.
What, Snow
Like-
White?
Well, some people have taken to calling it like Snow Brown and the Seven Magical Creatures.
Yeah. I haven't looked too much into it.
You
I
don't
know one
have
thing,
to look
though.
too much into it. But
The main
I was gonna-
actress,
yeah,
Rachel Zegler, that stupid bitch can't keep her mouth shut.
she can't
What
keep
she
her
do?
mouth shut, and she has contempt for the source material, but pretends that it's fantastic.
What do you
Absolute
mean, Chess?
contempt.
What do you mean? Also, since we're talking about Snow White, I have to do my obligatory fuck you, Peter Dinklage. Anyways.
Exactly.
Fuck you, Peter Dinklage.
But she's like, it's like the original one was made, 83 years ago. It's not necessarily representative. I'm like, who gives a shit? Fuck this modern audience nonsense. God damn it.
Isn't it a Dutch fairy tale?
Yes.
Yeah.
The Dutch still aren't black. The Dutch still aren't Asian. The Dutch still aren't Hispanic. What the fuck is
Dutch.
this modern audience?
Yeah.
It's like you can't call it. I'm sorry, but they're like, oh well, why not? It's like because it's right there in the title, Snow
Alright.
White, because the character's
won't-
skin is as white as snow. That is her main defining feature in the fairy tale.
Yes. And every culture has fairy tales. Tell one of those. Coco. Based on a lot of based on
Mexican
a lot
culture.
of like Central and South America. Yeah,
Mexican culture in particular.
It comes from this toxic mindset that white people don't have culture, therefore it's fine.
Well, no, it's Americans don't have culture, allegedly.
No, they've extended that to white people at this point.
Okay, yeah.
Or this if you're destroying or perverting somebody else's cultural heritage, it's like, oh, is their skin white? Oh, it's fine then. Fuck them.
Yeah. All right. I want to be very clear on this, that we're not this type of show, but we're going to bitch about it for certain things for storytelling, for when it comes to storytelling. Tell a different story.
Yeah.
They can't.
We're not complaining about specifically changing stories. Now, in Snow White, you're changing the defining feature and the title source of the story. So it's a little bit odd. You have to tell a really good story in order to get around that.
Have the
I
Little
don't have
Mermaid
any
take
faith
place
in this
the
cast.
Caribbean. I'm cool with that.
That's what happened. They had it take place in the Caribbean.
Yeah,
So
I'm totally
it
fine
makes
with that. Makes sense.
it makes more sense. I don't know how I feel about it. I also haven't seen it, so I'm not going to pass any real judgment.
It's not good. It's not good.
Like I said, I'm not going to pass judgment because I haven't actually seen it.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of hope, But I'm not gonna pass judgment.
Yeah. The focus on Little Mermaid is it's a mermaid. Have it take place in the Caribbean. Fine. Alright. Although, evolutionarily
What?
speaking, would not be black. Because everything when you get down that deep pretty much glows.
It's clear, it glows, or maybe it's like a blue whale and it's mostly blue and gray.
Yeah. But they come up.
Only thing that would make sense for a mermaid to appear the color it is if it was more of a northern creature and it was in more shallow water. It doesn't have to be too shallow, but we're talking maybe 300 meters max.
Yeah. Yeah, if
And
these
even
mermaids
then-
did more of like a siren thing. When
Yeah,
they're
even
on
then, you're not
rocks all
getting
the
a
time.
tan 300 feet down.
No, I'm saying that's their max depth.
Yeah, if they're doing more of like the siren thing and they're hanging out on rocks and stuff.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah. It's
See, like, the whole
know-
thing is
you know-
the reason why they keep doing this is because they don't have the talent to write their own stories. They don't.
but they're there. They like their own stories exist.
Yeah, but they don't have
Oh.
the talent to pull them off, or they don't have the self-confidence to actually try to do something new. So it's like, oh, what has name recognition? Okay, we'll just use that then.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing these stories my entire life. Can bring me something new. I am stoked for new shit. Bring me something from your culture. That's fun. I'm cool with it. Let's go. Let's party. Let's share stories. Let's be the melting pot America's supposed to be. Let's have fun. Let's share stories. Let's mix and match stories a little bit. Why not?
Yeah, and also just like that brain dead comment from her when she was at one of the writers' strikes. She was like, "Oh, I stood around on a set for 12 hours in a dress. I deserve to be paid for every single hour that this is streamed." And it's like,
Honestly,
oof.
I can see an argument for getting paid for streaming content, but I think their best bet would be, hey, treat it like it's a theater. Hey! Brainwash!
Holy shit, he lives!
Okay, I'm gonna, someone want to read this out loud?
Okay, I'll do it.
All right.
Just because I'm gonna
I got
fuck it up.
I said I
Co-op.
was going to do it.
Okay, go ahead and do it. Hi, Brainwash, by the way.
Co-opting old tales for woke purposes is the last nail in the coffin, and what pisses me off is that instead of creating something worthy and new, they creep the fuck out of classics to force a narrative. I've mentioned this before in private last time we chatted. Little Mermaid is a Danish tale, but alright, Caribbean, whatever. But that presages the Snow White thing. But the way every skin color is alright, stupidly on the other hand. Bad facial hair, hashtag me too, love y'all, miss y'all, life's been rough for the little people, still we live.
Glad to see you doing, well,
And he
I'll
gave
say
us 100
alright. I hope
bits.
alright. Yeah.
Thanks for the 100 bits.
100 bitties!
Sorry things are rough. Glad you're still alive.
Yeah.
Glad to hear from you. We've been wondering about you.
Yeah. We talked
We're about
you
to
at
sacrifice chickens again.
least. Yeah. I mean, do a nice classic story about, I don't know, some of the voodoo stories that they tell in New Orleans.
Oh, so
That's
sorry.
fun.
What I was saying about the streaming. Yeah, do it for the duration of like however long it's in the theater or however long it would be in the theater.
Yeah,
And
that
you get
reminds
paid
me.
for that. You get paid for that duration. Cool.
Oh no,
I think that's agreeable. Or you can negotiate it in or something.
I think it should be more like syndication. But not as like, so
lucrative.
you get paid every time something re-airs on TV, you know.
Yeah.
So figure out some sort of payment that's similar to that. So like every time somebody streams it, you get a little something. Doesn't have to be as much as what it was every time it re-aired on TV or something. Maybe do like you get 1/20th because people are going to be rewatching the shit all the time.
Yeah, you can pick it up. You can rewatch the same episode 20 times in a row. It's not like TV where it's, oh, here's an airing that we've decided to put on. So,
yeah.
Well, the thing is like, unlike what it used to be, and like this is what people who, from inside the industry have been saying, the whole thing about residuals, like how they worked, like it's not compatible with streaming. Because when it was, the whole thing with television is that you had advertisers. You had advertising deals that provided the bulk of the money that would end up being the residuals.
All right. Create a lower... no, because some streaming services, there's like
Still
a lower level. Well,
and some don't even have a level that doesn't have ads.
Hulu has a lower level that has ads. Paramount Plus has a level that has ads. I don't know about Peacock.
I'm sure
HBO
most
doesn't,
streaming
but they don't
services
have commercials already because it's a paid. No, actually, you know what? Fuck that. People are paying for the service. They don't need ads because people pay for the service.
Yeah.
I hope things go well for you and your girl, man. I hope shit gets better.
Oh yeah.
Hey, don't even worry about my shit, dude. I don't even have the thing ready. I don't even have a new icon yet.
Yeah. Brainwash. Focus on your own shit. It's fine.
Yeah, you focus on your own shit. Keep us up to date because we give a fuck about you. We want to make sure you're doing well. But other than that, focus on your own shit. We can deal with our stuff later. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we've already found like workarounds and stuff that we can do to
and just
do things.
Yeah, we just haven't implemented that shit.
Yeah.
More bits.
Another 100 bits. Thanks, man.
But no more bits. You keep money for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, take care of your girl. Make sure she's doing well. I hope things get better. I hope she gets better.
Yeah. Sometimes life drops a whole truckload of lemons.
Yeah, we'll go with lemons, not shit.
Speaking of, seeing as how syndication got brought up and, old-timey TV days.
Back when you actually had to plan, if you wanted to watch something, you had to plan your day around it. Or you had to have a VCR able to record it, or a DVR.
Yep.
My mom recorded so many things on VHS tapes.
That's why my parents have almost all of TNG on VHS.
Which brings me right to the point I wanted to get to. Seeing as how you've had over a week to sit on it now, how was Deep Space Nine for you?
Not only a week to sit on it, had discussions about it with my family because my mom was watching it. So she had just finished it when I showed up.
Nice.
No shit.
Yeah, like a couple days before, but so pretty much around the same time.
We finished it on Tuesday last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she finished it on Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. My mom does not like Deep Space Nine.
Huh.
Well, I can kind of see that. If you're a fan of the original series or of the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine is kind of a great departure from that because it's more stationary, it's darker, and it doesn't hold the same hope that TNG or TOS have.
Yeah. The darkness wasn't an issue for her. It was that they were stationary, and it was such a linear storyline. Yeah. It
wasn't individual episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It wasn't
like I said,
finding and exploring new things. It was things are happening to us.
Yeah,
which is something that I mentioned when I first started.
There is some finding and exploring, but it's few and far between because of the nature of the show. But honestly, I think it worked in the show's favor overall. I'm a fan of the Next Generation.
Oh yeah.
The original series is good, but it's very much a 70s show.
It's a product of its time.
Yeah, it's not bad, but it's a product of its time, and I have a hard time taking it too seriously. But I'm a fan of the Next Generation. After they grew the beard, but I really like Deep Space Nine too. I'm not sure they're up there. I'm pretty sure Deep Space Nine is a little bit higher on my list than TNG, but they're both up there.
Yeah, I've always loved TNG. I adore Deep Space Nine.
Yeah,
it's my favorite of the series. It's definitely my favorite of the Berman era.
I think I like them both equally, but for different reasons.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
it is hard because
Deep
it
Space
really
Nine
depends.
Edges it out just a little bit for me.
Yeah, for me, it really depends on what I'm looking for at the moment. If I had to make a choice, I think DS9 would just would edge it out. But in the moment, they can swap places. And I'll admit, Voyager is third in line for me, but that's more because it was technically my first Trek.
Yeah, you have some nostalgia for it.
Yeah, it's the nostalgia. It's purely the nostalgia.
TNG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said, going back and looking at it again years later, it's Voyager doesn't hold up.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's cool. I was raised on TNG, so it's that's always gonna have a special place in my heart.
I had to sneak into my parents' room to watch Voyager, so
yeah.
Because I was supposed to be doing homework, but no, I'd sneak into my parents' room and watch Voyager.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Voyager's next on my list.
Yeah, like I said, Voyager is worth watching.
Once.
Yeah, it's worth watching through once. There's nothing wrong with watching it again, but it's not something that anyone would be like, yeah, I could... No one would fault you for not watching it again.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, between DS9 and TNG, I can throw on any episode of TNG, pretty much. Doesn't matter.
After they grow the beard or including pre-beard?
I prefer after beard, but
yeah, what he's I know what he's saying here. It's like with TNG you have far more episodes that are just self-contained stories. It's just like, oh yeah, I can just throw this on and watch it and be fine. Whereas with Deep Space Nine, especially in later seasons, it's just like, okay, like
you have to watch it sequentially.
It's like, when's this episode again?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a few episodes of DS9 that I'm definitely going to revisit on their own, because they're just fun.
Yeah, TNG has fewer episodes where you have to know what happened previously, or it's a two-parter or something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if... So, you're more likely to just...
You can't throw somebody in the middle of DS9.
No.
That's...
TNG, you can close your eyes and shuffle a bunch of... shuffle papers and pick one out of a hat that represents any random episode, and there's a better than even odds that you're gonna end up watching a standalone episode. DS9, it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the closest ones that you can get are, like, there are a few episodes in the later seasons, like the baseball episode. That one you can just kind of throw on and watch, because it's kind of disconnected a bit from what's going on. It's kind of like, we're taking a break from everything this week.
It's a little heavy. Let's take a break.
Well, no, they take the break right before it gets super heavy.
Yeah, that's
trend.
a pattern that me and Jables like rewatching and him watching for the first time. It's just like, oh boy, this episode was fun. Oh fuck, the next episode's gonna suck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's give you a breather before we rip your tongue out.
As Sir and I were watching, we'd reach an episode that was like really fun. I'm like, next episode's gonna be really serious, so I think we should just stop here and pick this up.
Oh man, especially towards like the very end, he was getting so fucking paranoid about the prophets.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't like this, man. Bad shit's gonna happen. I know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trials and Tribulations. That's another episode that you can just kind of throw on.
That's one of the better episodes too.
That's an excellent episode.
Yeah.
Like, of all the of all the Star Trek episodes where it's just like, where like time travel shit is involved, I think that's probably my favorite one.
Wait,
they do it super well.
Which one was Trials and Tribulations?
Where they get sent back in the past and they're on Kirk's Enterprise.
Oh, yeah. Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tribble, not Tribble.
Yeah.
Not tribute.
Yeah.
Trials and Tribulations.
Yeah. Yep, that one's fun. The one with O'Brien's daughter getting sucked into that wormhole.
Yeah, that one kind of hits. It's like
that one hits, but it's also a standalone.
Yeah. Also, I have to say,
even then though, you kind of need more information about O'Brien. from previous episodes to really understand the ramifications of what he's willing to do to get his daughter back. Like,
And then there's like the one episode where him and Julian go down to Bajor, and like O'Brien has to be like the new like the speaker or whatever
mm-hmm.
to keep the dangerous cloud monster away.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Yeah, I figure in about a year I'll be ready to rewatch DS9.
Although I have to say, even though he didn't come in until season 6, Vic is absolutely in the running for best supporting character.
Oh, hands down.
I fucking love that dude. He's so great.
Vic is great. Anybody in the audience that hasn't watched DS9 yet, just go do it. Have fun.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so much good about that show. There's so much good.
Yeah, watch it. DM me about it if you want. I'm more than happy to talk about it.
I just hate the fact that it's only on Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Fuck Paramount. I refuse to get Paramount.
Yep. Well, buddy, we can talk after the show.
And the thing is, like, there are so many memorable, well-developed characters in DS9.
Mm.
You know, like, not even just like, you know, like Cisco. Cisco is fucking fantastic.
Even Morn is a developed character.
I fucking love Morn.
Morn has absolutely zero dialogue. And
it
yet,
doesn't matter.
And yet he has more life than some named characters on that show. Or sorry, not named, some dialogue characters on that show.
Yeah.
I remember getting a DM from Jables. Just like, he sent me a DM with like a sad face. He's like, oh no, Morn died. Of course, I knew what episode he was on, so it's like
instantly.
Yeah, he's not dead, but
Yeah, I just had to express my sadness to somebody in the moment.
It's just like they killed Morn, man. How could they do that?
Yeah, not a single line of dialogue. Way more character than some of the Ferengi, reoccurring Ferengi characters.
Yeah. I know Morn's name. I don't remember half the Ferengi characters.
Yeah. I forget his position, but Brunt. That's about the Negus and Brunt are about the only two non-main Ferengi characters that I remember.
Yeah, Zek. Zek is the Negus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Moogie.
Moogie. Oh yeah, I forgot about Moogie. But yeah, you've got shoot, I can't remember their names. But I can remember them. The bar owner, the
Quark,
Nog,
who's one of the best characters in the fucking series.
Yeah, Quark is absolutely Quark.
Times.
Oh, Quark, Nog, and I forget his brother's name.
Rom.
Yeah, those three, the Negus, Moogie, and Brunt. Those are the 6 Ferengi characters I actually remember and remember the names of. To an extent. Obviously, I'm not remembering them in the moment.
Okay, those were the 6 most prominent ones, though.
Yeah.
Those are the ones that got the most screen time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember...
Quark weirded me out a few times.
Yeah,
he do that.
He has questionable moments.
Yeah.
But it's all perfectly in character, too.
Oh, it is. It's like, but it's still like, I'm commentating on it, just like, Quark, don't be this dude.
Don't do that.
Yeah, don't make your employee have sex with you for a raise. Don't do that.
That episode where he has to become a woman.
Yep.
That was fucking great. But like, the thing about Quark is like, for as great as Quark is, he is not nearly as good without his relationship with Odo.
Yeah. But he's also, the other thing is, every character has their flaws, which is how you write a character.
Absolutely. Like,
Yeah,
there are
Quark-
like you get upset with every character in this show at some point throughout the runtime.
Yeah.
Even Nog, who is the bright-eyed, bushy-tailed Ferengi who actually is the first one to join Starfleet.
Mm-hmm.
You
He
get
becomes a
pissed off
fucking
with
lieutenant.
him, too. Huh?
By the very end, he's a lieutenant.
Yeah! Not even an ensign. Straight up lieutenant.
Oh, when it broke my heart when Nog lost his leg.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that-
his reaction
That was-
to it is
but-
where you get
but-
pissed off at him.
Shut up.
Shout out to Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out
Vic
to Vic.
being a fucking bro again. Yeah, the Siege of AR-558, that's a heavy episode.
Yeah.
That's an episode that really tells you what's up. Holy fuck.
And again, you're like, Quark has great moments in that episode as well. You know, like he's just like, you know, staying by his nephew's side, you know, kind of like tenderly caring to him. And the second a Jim Hadar walks through the door, he just turns around, gunslinger or something, fucking shoots him in the chest like, fuck you, you ain't getting anywhere near him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quark, for all his faults, is a badass too.
The
He's
fucking
very much-
episode,
He's very
they-
much Ferengi, but
they tried to trade the Vorta for his mother, but they accidentally kill him.
that
Oh, yeah.
that is
Yeah.
a Three Stooges episode. Hands down, that is a Three Stooges episode.
Yeah.
The Magnificent Ferengi. That's the name of that episode.
Yeah.
But they end
They
up killing all of the Jim Hadar and getting a new Vorta to replace the one they lost.
They fail so hard, they succeed. Like, that's the only way to describe that episode.
Yeah, like so many quotes and like thoughts as we're watching through. Like at one point, Jables was like, "Man, you need to get yourself a woman like Kira." Like, yeah, she's really fucking great.
Yeah. Or oh, what's her name? The new Dax.
Esri.
Yeah. Esri Dax. It's like, damn, I didn't know she had tits like that.
he freeze framed that shit. Like,
Don't
I can
get me
almost
wrong.
hear him smash the button to pause. She's like, "Oh, wait a, what is that? What are those?"
Don't get me wrong, I love Jadzia, but Esri has her benefits.
No, they did a great job with Esri. I was really skeptical at first.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
when Jadzia died at the end of season 6, he was pissed. He's
Mhm.
like, he's like, she better not be dead permanently, man. And I'm like, yeah.
I remember that.
Hmm.
I remember him saying that. And it turns out she is, and now he's okay with it because Esri has her
Well, no.
Her glowing
that-
benefits.
That has nothing to do with it. That was just a funny moment that happened.
Primarily, it's just like, because
That was just a real reaction I had at one point.
And it was hilarious. But no, like, the writing staff did an excellent job with her.
Yeah.
Especially considering that they were put in a bad situation and had to make up for it really quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, she has glimpses of Jadzia, but she's not the same character.
And they do a good job of delineating
It's
the two without
it's very
alienating
good
her.
that they did not have her be very similar.
Yeah.
Because that wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
Hell, she wasn't even supposed to be a host. She was just the only one on board that they could implant.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I feel like that helps towards it as well. The episode where she has to contact the murderer past self.
Yeah, that one was nuts. Yeah, no, they handled it really well. I ended up really liking Ezri.
Yeah, there's plenty to like about Ezri, am I right, Jables?
Oh yeah, lots of it.
Garrick is an excellent character.
There's a lot of excellent characters. It's just
Agreed.
a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, my parents, well, my mom, more specifically, my dad didn't really give his opinion on it. Yeah, I just didn't like it because they weren't out exploring, essentially, was like their biggest problem.
Which, fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they like
it's
they
not
like
for
exploring track, not storyline track, really.
It's definitely a preference thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally fine.
I've got no complaints if they have complaints about it. It was a major departure from standard Trek. But I think it did a really good job of... To coin a phrase, boldly going where no other Trek has gone before.
Yeah.
Well, like, as
Well,
I
they
was
had to focus so much on the characters.
Yeah. It wasn't... You didn't have the ability to gloss over character in favor of the shiny new thing that they're exploring. You had to make good characters and make sure the characters lived up to the possibilities. You couldn't just hide it behind, hey, monster of the week. Or, hey, problem of the week.
Yeah.
You know, like, I remember, like, some people, especially, like, when DS9 was, like, originally, like, coming out, like, there were people that were pissed off at the show for delving into religion.
Oh, yeah. I definitely could see that. It's,
But, you know, like, that one kind of rings hollow for me. Because
TNG dabbles with religion a lot.
Well, it's also like they set it up very well in Deep Space Nine as well.
Yeah,
it's like are the prophets gods? No,
or are
probably
they just
not.
Are they gods?
Yeah,
are
like
they fourth dimensional
fourth-dimensional
creatures? Are they what are they? We don't know.
Clearly, they are powerful. And they have demonstrated that power to the people that inhabit this planet. You know, like the thing I propose is like, you know, it's like seriously, like, do you think like if a Q just like showed up on some random planet that hadn't developed, you know, like industrial stuff yet, and just said, "I am God," and like made things happen by waving his hands, people would fucking worship that dude. Immediately.
Who's to say that that's not what happened with the religions of Earth?
Me.
Edgy atheist activated.
Yeah. I'm getting my neck beard out lately.
Well, but seriously, who's to say that Q showing up on Earth isn't the reason why Earth's religions exist? Or some other being of a similar power as the prophets or the Q? Who's to say that that's not, at least in the Trek universe, that's not the source of religions back in the Trek past?
Yeah, it's
Yeah. I will admit, after a while though, like it does get slightly annoying
Yeah.
in Deep Space Nine, where they're like, you have people who are just like, I just don't believe in the prophets. It's like, but they exist. They definitively exist, and they do shit, crazy shit.
well,
They haven't
okay,
acted
that's
in a
something-
long time.
That's something that I've been
but-
thinking about. I don't know if it's demonstrable that the prophets exist because they only reveal themselves to certain people. So it, like, I don't know.
I don't know. When Kira got possessed, a lot of people saw that shit happen.
That's fair.
And like, even the founder is just like, what exactly happened to my fleet?
Oh, okay. That's the other thing. The entire fleet disappeared.
It's like, they're real. They do shit. Crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, you can argue
Yeah, but
I
if
don't
I was-
believe
if
the
I
prophets are gods, but you can't argue they don't exist.
Yeah, but if I was just some farmer on Bajor and somebody told me that story, I'd be like, yeah, right. And, you know. So, I mean,
Well, that doesn't work because the vast majority of the population on Bajor, like, they go to the temples and they commune with the prophets through the orbs.
Yeah,
not
Bajorans
majority.
tend to have the belief. It's everyone else who doesn't.
okay. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, at least Starfleet acknowledges that the prophets exist. They just don't subscribe to the belief that they're gods.
They call them wormhole aliens.
Yeah. Like and there are definitely people in DS9 who are saying shit like, "Yeah, no, I don't believe in them. They demonstrably exist."
It's like,
You can believe they're not gods.
Whether you believe in them or not is irrelevant. They're there.
They demonstrably exist. They have done crazy shit.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's like, if Miles O'Brien comes out of a wormhole, it's just like, yeah, there's an entire fleet of minion ships and they all just kind of poof. It's like, well, goddamn, if Miles said that happened. That became another running joke between me and Jables as the series went on. I was like, you underestimate the power of O'Brien!
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, O'Brien's a fucking badass.
Absolutely.
He's just an undercover badass.
Literally in some cases.
I also really enjoy how the character of Bashir matures as the thing goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Because in season 1, it's just like, oh, he's just gonna be that annoying horn dog character. I see where this is going.
Yeah.
But no, he ends up becoming so much more than that.
Whenever...
Yeah, he definitely started out as their replacement for Riker.
Yeah.
That ended up becoming another running joke. Was gay. I'm sorry, dude. Bashir and O'Brien have too many moments.
Yeah, I mean, if Miles wasn't married to Keiko, I'd make assumptions, but on that front, his their relationship is kind of...
It's okay for O'Brien to have a beard.
Yeah. No, honestly, Keiko and his relationship just fucking goes the way of the dodo by the end of it. It's fucking crazy. Oh, we're still together, but you never see her.
Well, she's busy.
Well, on the one hand, yeah. So that they don't have to have her on every on every episode, they send her places with the kids so that Miles can just do his own thing. But they're constantly having them fight.
No, I don't think they fought that much.
Maybe it just stood out to me more.
Yeah.
That's completely possible.
And it wasn't even really fights. It's like, Miles, you know what the right thing to do is. He's like, yeah, I know. And that was like the extent of their fights most of the time.
I'd have to take your word for it, because I definitely remember fights being pretty common between them. Almost like they were trying to ruin the relationship.
Nah, it wasn't that much.
Yeah, like I said, I'll have to take your word for it.
In the context of how much they showed the entire relationship, it seems like a lot more for sure. But it really wasn't that much.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, every couple argues a little bit.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And that's something everybody needs to be aware of. I'm looking at you, Skull, who hasn't had a relationship yet. When you get into one, arguments are going to happen. It's okay.
Here's the key. Before it gets too heated, make sure you walk away so that both of you can calm down. And then come back and have a more rational discussion about it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Just be like, just straight up say, can we pick this up in a little bit? I need a moment.
Yeah, and avoid going to bed in the middle of a fight. They often say don't go to bed angry. It's not a false statement. You just want to avoid going to bed and leaving unstated I don't want to say aggression, but that seems like it fits the best. Don't let there be tension still in the air, or at least unaddressed tension.
Yeah, I'm gonna amend that a little bit. It's okay to say, like, can we talk about this tomorrow?
Yes.
That's okay. Because maybe it's late. Maybe it's something that you need to process a little bit. Maybe it's something that your significant other needs to process a little bit. Combination of the two. Come back to it with, it's okay to go to bed and then come back to it the next day with clear heads. That's totally fine.
Yeah. It's not, it may not be something
it's the putting it off part that'll fuck you.
Yeah, agreed. Putting it off without a plan. I would say it's probably best not to go to bed with the issues you're having. but it's better than it's addressing it and saying you'll take care of it tomorrow is better than not even talking about it and then having to deal with those same emotions the next day. If you know you're going to deal with it the next day, you at least have some you at least have a potential end in sight. If you don't at least set that time frame, you're potentially going to bed not knowing when or even if you're going to deal with it. Bad idea.
Yeah.
Bad juju.
Yeah. Dina and I have had some arguments, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, I can't do this right now. Let's do this tomorrow. We're also long distance, so now we have to coordinate like times and stuff, which is kind of weird, but yeah, make it work.
Yeah, the wife and I have gotten into some fights, and partway through, one of us has walked away, frustrated as all hell. It's more often than not her leaving the room, which is fine. Whoever leaves, that's what's the important thing is that it's not. What's the best term?
Keep the resolution in sight.
Yeah, but we always ended up coming back to it same day. We wouldn't go to bed leaving it how it is.
Yeah, which is great advice, but sometimes
it's not feasible.
It's late. People have work. You know. You just need to couch it for
the wife and I. We've been up till like 3 a.m. talking about the issue, despite me having work the next day. So. I'll admit that we're probably not the best example in that front, but it's what it is, man.
Yeah. Try to resolve it as soon as possible.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's...
See the conversations that Star Trek can spur? Or at least
it's a diverse show.
What it
I thought
used
that was
to
the
be
whole
able
point of the show.
At least what it used to be able to spur, anyway. God, Strange New Worlds is getting so bad.
I haven't watched it yet. My parents want me to watch Lower Decks first, before Strange New Worlds.
I only have 2 words to say about this newest season. Singing Klingons.
That happened in TNG, but it was a little different.
Klingon operas are always a thing.
Not musical Klingons.
I mean, like, Klingon in sync.
Well, like a drinking song while drinking blood wine?
No, In Sync the band.
Oh.
Yeah. Modern Trek depresses me.
Well.
Yeah, it's what it is.
Where's my gun?
Look, Jables, I don't know what you're planning on doing, but the right thing is not to go hunt down the writers.
They don't respect the source material.
It's like we have a scene of Captain Pike like putting Klingons on screen, and like it's like rehearsed. Like they have a dance routine and they do a song, and then they go back to their positions. It's like, what the fuck did I just watch?
Why am I putting up with you pieces of shit?
It's like, this is literally a parody. Star Trek is a parody of itself now, and I hate it.
I've always equated the Klingons to like Japanese culture.
yeah, that was kind of one of the inspirations. That and, like, there was also some, like, Cold War stuff mixed in the original series, but...
Mm-hmm. By the way, you mentioned trials and tribulations earlier. That moment when Worf is walking with everybody, and they're looking at the old school Klingons,
mm-hmm.
and they're like, "That's what Klingons used to look like? What happened?"
We don't talk about
We don't talk about that.
It's so
good. What?
And then of course you have, Discovery is just like, oh, we could come up with an don't! Just don't! Leave it alone.
Yeah, DS9 took care of it. We just don't talk about it.
I'll be honest, the explanation is
bitching last week. Like, I was bitching last week when it came to, like, Ridley Scott and, like, Prometheus and Alien Covenant. We don't need to know where the fucking aliens came from!
Yeah, no, it's the same idea. I will say this. At least the explanation Enterprise came up with wasn't horrible. It was completely and utterly unnecessary, but as far as explanations go, they could have done a lot worse.
Or you could have just not explained.
Leave it alone. But the fact that they did anything, at least it wasn't worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no idea what the thought process was behind the Klingons in the first season of Discovery. What were those fucking abominations?
I haven't watched it.
Like, aside from, like, the forehead ridges, you would not even recognize that they're Klingons.
Really?
Yeah.
Let me look this up. What the fuck is that?
That was everybody's first response. It's like, oh, those are Klingons. No.
Yeah, like I said, at least Discovery, or, not Discovery. At least Enterprise didn't do a worse job of it.
That's a fucking Klingon?
Yeah, Discovery fucked shit up.
Yeah.
Do the actors as Klingons in, all the other series, does that count as blackface? I'm just wondering for a friend.
Like, not all Klingons are, like, kind of the darker skin tone.
Name one.
Well, Martok's not that dark.
Yeah, light-skinned.
Galron's kind of in between. He's more of like a bronzish color. It's kind of more brown. Worf is one of the darker ones.
Yeah, you have not answered my question. They're all dark. Ish.
Well, yeah, but, like, not to the point that I would say that, like, Klingons are, like, blackface, because they're not.
Yeah, they're not saying Klingons are black people. That's just the color of Klingon skin, so I don't think it counts, but I could see where some people would say it counts, because oh, if they're gonna
Yeah.
have that skin color, blah blah blah. I don't agree with that.
Oh,
I think
I-
it's
I
just
saw
character
it-
makeup.
I just also remember during DS9 seeing some obviously white people being darkened the fuck up.
hold on. I did remember one. Chang.
Chang.
Yeah, General Chang. Christopher Plummer played him. Star Trek 6.
Okay. Okay, yeah, they bronzed him up a little bit, but other than that. Alright, fair enough. I retract my previous statements.
Yeah. Like, at least
And
it's
my
not as,
parents' friends thought that they had edgy comedy.
you know, like, at least it's not as bad as just like how yellow they make the Romulans a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's kind
Goddamn.
of weird.
Yeah, Romulans and Vulcans are of the same base stock, and yet Romulans are bronze. Like, legitimately bronze. Shiny bronze, not, oh, he spent some time in the sun bronze.
Yeah.
Yeah, like some of them are damn near metallic. It's just like, god damn, man.
Did you go a little too hard with the buffer and the polishing compound? I thought only Data was supposed to be this color.
Man, can you imagine
Yeah.
a bald Romulan? Fuck, man, it'd be like a bowling ball. Hit that thing with a flashlight at the right angle and my eyes!
What, you mean Jim Norton?
They all are wearing wigs anyway. They you know what? Headcanon. The Romulans glue toupees to their head after shaving off all their hair.
Yeah, and it's required that everyone has a bowl cut, even the women.
Well, it's the standard issue haircut. It's
What the fuck is that noise?
That's a science alert.
you know what? Yeah, the Romulans all shave their head and have permanent hair removal on their head, and then they just get the state issue toupee that they all wear, and it's all the exact same, except for what's her name? The daughter of the former security chief. I suddenly can't remember her name. I'm having a hard time with it.
Which series?
The blonde. The blonde Romulan.
No, which series, though?
TNG.
Oh. That's
Blonde
a
Romulan.
good question.
Who was the security chief before Worf?
You talking about Tasha Yar?
Tasha Yar, her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't remember
no,
the daughter's
but
name.
her daughter wasn't Romulan, just raised by Romulans.
No, she was half Romulan.
She was half Romulan. Because Tasha went back in time with the Enterprise C, and when it was destroyed, she managed to get to one of the escape pods, and she was captured by the Romulans.
And then boned one of them.
Well, no, because wasn't she actually... Wasn't she more of a clone and not actually a daughter?
Nope, daughter.
Yep.
They thought she was a clone, but no, she's the daughter.
Yeah, because it was a big deal because, you know, like, as far as the Enterprise was concerned, like, the Enterprise and her crew, like, Tasha went to her death going back with the Enterprise C.
Okay.
They thought she was either a clone or she was brainwashed or something along those lines. Nope. Tasha's daughter.
Shout out to that actress to double up on roles, though. Get that back.
Yes. Her daughter in the alternate timeline was Sella. She is half human, half Romulan. She is a commander in the Romulan military.
Star Trek gets so fucking weird with its timeline shit.
Well, no, Sella was only a quarter human.
What makes you say that?
I was doing research while talking to you guys.
Yeah, but where's the quarter human come from?
Yeah,
because she's
Tasha's human.
Unless Tasha is half something.
I'm speed running research. I'm probably totally wrong.
Yeah,
So.
Tasha's human, so unless she's a crossbreed with another alien species, which cool. Then her daughter would be half human, and given that Romulans tend to not intermarry, with some very obvious exceptions, such as with Klingons, such as with Tasha, yeah, she's gotta be half human, half Romulan. Also, can we just note that they had to explain why every species in Star Trek can get freaky and make babies with each other? Well, not every species, but it seems like it.
Well, Star Trek Online kind of explains this.
They also kind of explained it in TNG with that whole common ancestor fucking storyline.
Well, yeah, basically, Star Trek Online, like, they actually name what that race is, and basically, they're an ancient race that essentially seeded life throughout the Milky Way, and that's why so many of the species are similar.
And why they can all
Prometheus.
interbreed and all that shit. Well, this
To be
is why
fair,
you get half Kazon, half Cardassian in Voyager.
yeah,
I have a much easier explanation.
again, it's something that didn't need to be explained. Thanks, Star Trek
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah, I have a much easier explanation. If it's possible for, in the entire vastness of the universe, it's possible for a species to develop a sperm and egg situation. There's probably a lot more out there like that, and so some sperm is still going to be compatible with some eggs.
Yeah, but it seems
There.
like just
I
about
solved
every...
the problem.
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
explain why... Okay, then, Jables, explain why a human can't mate with a cat and create offspring.
Well, there has to be a certain level of similarity.
Exactly.
We see that here on Earth, like for example, like lions and tigers can reproduce with one another. Their offspring are infertile, but
Same with a mule from a donkey and a horse.
Yeah, exactly.
So like they're just close enough that it can work.
But also, you have to take into account that even so, in the Star Trek universe, the characters who are half this, half that can still have offspring.
Of course, it gets a little.
Okay, so the offspring isn't infertile. So what?
Which means there has to be a closer common denominator.
Yeah, unfortunately. Because, like, there are other things that are kind of fucky when you really start to think about it in Star Trek. Like, for example, it's like, if you think about, like, even if they are similar...
Hold on. No. I found it. I found the explanation. It's a TV show.
We're not arguing with you, Jables. We're
not
talking
going
about
for
the
the
in-show.
answer here, asshole.
We're
no,
talking
like-
about the actual in-show,
Magic.
in canon
So,
explanation.
like, if you think about it though, like for example, like humans and Vulcans and like humans and Romulans really shouldn't be compatible
Mm-hmm.
because both Romulans and Vulcans, like, they have copper-based blood,
Yeah.
whereas ours is iron-based. So like even there, it's just like that doesn't seem like it should work.
All right. I have an in-universe answer.
So does the universe.
That's why their blood shows up green.
They have such advanced medical technology that they just make it work.
Actually, that was one of the explanations for a while. And then TNG came out with its common ancient species ancestor explanation, and it kind of just became, so there's that.
That's the dumbest thing because they're so far away. It's not like I love TNG with all my heart and soul, but I will adamantly reject that episode. From,
I think that one's a two-parter.
Scientific standpoint.
Yeah. And then, of course, Star Trek Online is like, yeah, that's totally what happens. Like, go stand in the corner. Do it now. You know what you did.
Yeah. We have highly advanced medical technology to make things work out. Because, you love who you love.
Well, yeah, because, like, before her untimely end, like, there was that concern that Jadzia had, whether or not, like, her and Worf would actually even be able to, like, if she would be able to handle the pregnancy.
Yeah, not if she could get pregnant, if she could handle it.
Well, she's already birthed Klingon children before, hadn't she?
No.
I don't think so, no.
She may have sired
not
Klingon
Jadzia,
children.
But a previous.
Yeah, she may have sired Klingon children, but it would have been the man as the male counterpart to that context.
Yeah, a prior version of her was an ambassador to the Klingon Empire, but I don't think she had a Klingon spouse prior to Worf.
Okay.
Not a Klingon spouse, maybe a lover, but no spouse.
Yeah. All right. And with that, I think we've had a pretty good show.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Been fun. Glad to be back. Risen from the dead, I am Jables Christ, your Lord and Savior. DM me your sins. I'll decide whether or not I forgive them.
Lies. Heresy.
My mom's gonna hate that.
Hi, Mama Tables.
Have a good night, everybody. Hope to see you next week.
Yeah.
Take
same
care.
Time, same place.
Same time, same place. Or
Places.
Said that.
We'll.
Places.
I was going to add an addendum.
Gotta be quicker on the draw.
Yeah. We might talk about a different time. But same place. Always the same place. Turn your notifications on.
Places.
Places. Yeah, that's right. We're also on Kick.
Yeah.
Alright, everyone have a good night.
Well, bye, everybody.